As the tax season filing draws to a close for individual taxpayers, some businesses need to prepare for their season as they have challenges of not being active during the lockdown. Some run a risk of failing to declare and lose their good standing status. This could make them put them on the wrong side of the receiver of revenue. For more on this, we're joined by Khomotso Teffo, who is an accountant with Lethiba Consulting. A very good afternoon to you. Khomotso, what is the importance of declaring your company losses with SARS?
Good afternoon, Desiree, and good afternoon to all your viewers. Again, thank you so much for having me on your show. I am very honored. Look, just to get straight into it, I cannot stress enough the importance for companies to declare whether they've made a revenue or whether they've made a loss. You see, this is how it works. When an entity is trading and they make a revenue, SARS says to them, let us share that revenue with you. Now, the same when an entity has an expense, they go to SARS to say, SARS, please share this expense with us. Now, when the entity is sitting where they've created a loss, all it means is that the expenses were much more than their profit, but the principle still applies that they must still share with SARS. Now, the only difference that will be with the losses is the amount will be carried over to the following financial year for when the entity has a profit, and then they will offset that profit against the loss that they had made in this current financial year.
You can't win with this one, can you? Now, if your company has not been active and you did not make money this year, what kind of financials do you state?
Yeah, Desiree, it's so unfortunate that some companies unfortunately could not trade this year for a number of reasons, and some of them being COVID, you know. But remember, it does not stop. Hello?
We can
remember, it does not stop the entity needing to have submit. Remember, SARS does not know that you have not traded until you let them know. So it's still important, whether the company has been trading or not, to say to SARS, listen, we have not been trading this year. If you're not submitting, all SARS sees is a company that's not compliant. And what happens is then you lose your good standing with SARS. And you don't want to lose your good standing because of a technical glitch. I mean, I know a lot of entities, because of financial reasons, are worried. But remember, if you're submitting, especially when you haven't been trading, these are submissions you can do yourself. It's easy to set an appointment with SARS through their call center and go to their offices and submit that the company has not been trading. Or alternatively, the SARS website is very user-friendly, and it's very easy for them to go on the SARS website to say the company has not been trading. If you get stuck, there's a SARS helpline that's available during working hours, and they will gladly assist you in navigating the system for you to tell SARS that, listen, we have not been trading this year.
You know, Khomotso, we're talking about businesses, but there is a distinction, isn't there, between big business and SMMEs, and both sides face different challenges when it comes to the declaration of their revenues, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Look, remember, what will really happen is that with the bigger entities, they will be registered for more VAT categories. So once a company starts making over R1 million, they'll need to register for VAT as well. And they will be registered for payroll. Once a company has employees, they'll register for payroll as well. But in terms of income tax and provisional tax, the companies both have the same liability, regardless of what size they are. The only thing that will be different is really the amounts that they pay over to the receiver.
Khomotso, this is such an important conversation, but because we're a live show and we have time constraints, we're going to have to end it here. But thank you so much for making the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Desiree.
Khomotso Teffo is an accountant with Lethiba.